Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode where it's just a couple of friends sharing what we're doing from our hearts within to inspire those on the outside who might be going without. But you know my saying, go within or go without. So let's get started on another episode of Creative Chats. Today, I'm super excited. I have a beautiful, fashionable, multi-talented, very conscious, aware young woman with me, and I had the pleasure of meeting her very much recently, and it was just an instant connection. I had to get her on the show just to share her bright light with each of you. So please help me welcome Zsameria. Hi, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I am Zsameria, and I'm from DC, and I just recently met this beautiful being at a birthday celebration, and I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. I mean, really, there are just certain people who, if you're in an alignment or vibration with, you just can't deny it. And you were exuding same energy. And I was just like happy to connect with you. It was just so aligned, like from your outfit to how you spoke, how you carried yourself, even to your dynamic or relationship with our mutual friend. Like everything was just, I was like, yes, I need her in my life and on my show.
I love it. And then when you started sharing with me like what you do, I'm like, oh, I need to know who like more, and I'm really I'm into like water. And so the fact that we were by water in that moment, that really stuck out for me too.
Yeah, and I'm actually a water barrier. I'm Aquarius also, just like him. So, I'm a custom last day. So, it's just so funny, like how much water was involved that day.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So you're a DJ. Tell me about how you got started.
I got started DJing with actually a all women's DJ collective back in like 2016. My friend Christy at the time, we had our like boyfriends were friends or whatever. So we connected that way. And she was like, hey, I'm starting this DJ collective. Are you available? And I was like, I want a DJ, sure. Like, it was something I like was thinking about, but she actually presented it to me. So that's when I started. And then now I've gotten more into, I started with Tractor, and I've grown more into vinyl now. So I do a lot of like funk mixes and like like I'm into the stump your foot, you got to move, you can't stop the groove, that sort of thing.
Like a spiritual experience with music.
Well, music is spiritual. Music is therapy. Music is life. So the vibrations have to be there. So like I said, I do disco, funk, mixing them with a little bit of new school things that I feel like aren't the mainstream that what we hear every day on the radio.
Yeah, that sounds hot. I can't wait to check you out in action. It's a vibe for sure. And I have an interest in DJing also, and I've had the experience of playing around with the equipment, just like hanging around so many different creatives. And I never particularly entertained that part of myself the way I may deserve to. So it is inspiring just to like, what they say, right? If you want to do something, be around it, right? So it's really inspiring to hear your story and how you had it in your heart. It sounds very similar. Like it was in your heart, something you were thinking about. And then the opportunity to express that, you attracted it and you were like, yes, right away. I feel like a lot of us can want things. Ooh, that's a whole word. We about to get prophetic. A lot of us can want things, right? And then attract it and reject it when it comes. You know what I mean? And reject it when it comes. So just saying yes more, because you just never know where that path is going to take you. So it took you from a collective to now you're a book DJ.
Yeah. If you feel it in your body, say yes. Don't always say yes, but if you feel it in your body, you say yes. I think sometimes do come to us and we have options, and so we make the option, we make the choices that we feel in that moment. And we don't always have to, like, for that, it was a yes. For DJing in general, what I learned is, people won't throw the money at you, but it's like, what are you willing to say yes to, even within the DJ world? So yeah, I'm actually learning my nose right now currently.
That's good. I'm really about that feeling too. Like, I when I told God yes to his will, because God knows everything and we only know what we know. So I'm like, I can attract more of what I want if I'm in God's vibration than going off of what I know and see and have experienced or what I'm told, because
Right.
nobody else knows as much as God or anything close to it. So, I
Mhm.
go off of that same feeling that you're talking about, because I don't need to understand why I'm feeling that. If I'm feeling like it's a disturbance or it's disrupting to my spirit, I'm not going to do it. I don't care what it is. If it makes sense to this person, that person, da da da, I'm not going to do it. But if I feel that alignment and my heart is tugging at me and I know that I've been praying for it, I'm going to like be all in, like fully invested in whatever it is. So I agree with you for sure. So with music though, like what was your involvement before becoming a DJ? Because that would be random otherwise. And I imagine there may be like some other involvement that kind of led to I like DJing or I'm having an interest in DJing.
Music. I've always enjoyed music. I can when as a child, you notice like when people hear different songs, how they move or how they operate and how the joy comes, and how their body moves and grooves. Like the body knows, and that's why I was like, if it's a body yes, say yes. But if you're anyway, we about to go back. I was about to go back to that, but if
Because that is a whole episode in
it
itself.
is
I
a
know what
whole
you mean.
episode.
I know what you mean. Yes.
But yes, with music, I got into music just with my parents. Like I remember my first little CD was at my dad's house. It was a French joint. I should know my dad was a freak then, whole time. But
What you saying?
huh? You
I said
said
I
what?
love Prince too. What you saying?
I know, but I was like maybe 8. You know what I mean? Like that's what I grew up. You know what I mean? When I first learned about music and when I first started listening to music in my own space without just being in the subconscious, just like everything around me. But also my aunt, and they used to create music. My aunt Rabia, she was a musical artist. So like we used to be in a house and they had drums and they always had shaker rays and we used to, just create
There it
music
is.
too.
I knew something really close must have been happening, because usually when you find yourself in these sort of career spaces and creative outlets, it's more kindred than like I like listening to me. It's like deeper than that.
Yeah, yeah, I do hear music differently. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it came like from church, like, growing up in a family where my grandparents are bishops and, my mom, I watched her serve in the church as minister of music. So basically, if like my family didn't come, I played the drums for the church. So it's like if
Mhm.
my family didn't come, there was no music. My godfather was a sound man. So it was like that. And so like watching her at home create her songs on the keyboard and just having this anointing for music on the keyboard, drums, and as a vocalist and as a writer,
Mhm.
that's an influence that I cannot deny that was
Yes.
created. I mean, and people can say you were born with it, but maybe it was nurtured and cultivated through watching her, express herself in this way or like have a relationship with God in this way. And so, like first little heartbreak comes or whatever. And then I realized, you don't music don't have to only be expressed in this one direction. And so I just began to use it maybe as an outlet period and as a way to actually discover certain
Mhm.
parts of myself as well. And so that's how my connection with music has evolved.
Yes, yes.
I miss the drums though. I do. I haven't
Yeah.
played in a long time.
You play drums?
Yeah, I played for my church for like 8 years until I went to college. I started at 12. And then when I went to school, I was 16 when I went to college and my brother would play, but I would come back. And when I came back, they were like, the swap out what happened. So
Right, right, right. Segue into the swap. Okay.
yes.
I have an organization called Swap DC. I don't know if you can see the
Yeah,
earrings.
I see it. I saw the DC part, but now I see the swap. That's lit.
Let's see.
That's
Yeah,
lit. Tell us
yeah.
about it.
So we're a recycling basically agency, but we help events with their recycling. And so it looks like reduced recycling, reusing, and textile waste is a little bit different than the landfill waste. And so just like explaining that to the people so that they can better understand. I think what I've learned over the years is literacy becomes a lifestyle. And so when people are used to just being thrown information, it's not the same as when you're thinking about the whole instead of the self, you know. And a lot of times we're just trying to survive with the self. And so I'm trying to just get people to understand that we are on this whole planet, and we have to be stewards to this land if we want to continue. And so it looks like a creative recycling party because people love to party, you know what
That's
I mean?
right.
Like that sort of thing. Yeah. So just bringing that to a town near you. It's like, no, let me stop.
No, for real. Like manifest that, create that. It needs to catch like a wildfire. You know, again, that's what we're here for, right? To have a creative conversation that will inspire others to do their part in helping the world to be a better place. This is an international platform. So yeah, coming to a city near you, hopefully, you know, soon.
Yeah, soon. But we're starting here in DC because that's where I'm from, you know. So I started here. This will be about our 8th year, just like, you know, going. We started small grassroots, you know, in my home. Literally, we brought it outside, and we've been outside. And we have our first swap March 18th at Congress Heights Arts and Cultural Center.
Love it.
Um,
Yay.
And then, and from there, we're actually doing a youth initiative program. So we're partnering with after school programs and also any youth organizations to really like help them with programming to drive the message of one planet, one earth, and different ways that we can help one another, and especially with clothes, recycling, and all of that. So yes.
I love it because, you know, a lot of people, especially in certain classes, have this stipulation on, you know, recycling clothes or,
Right.
you know, whatever it is, if it's wearable. And I feel like that comes from a very low vibrational place because at the end of the day, like you said, we have a diligence to do for this whole earth. It's not about the self, it's about the collective of the earth and serving it if we want to continue, like you said, right? Because there's a consequence to not respecting that. And you know, thank God
And
for
we're seeing it, you know.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And like you
We're
said, it
seeing
will
it, especially with the
mhm.
corporations, you know, when you think about it. So the power, how people honor different powers. And like you said, the energy, the low vibration, but whatever the vibration is, I feel like we just have to better understand it because a lot of times it becomes, I don't want it to feel like it's a pointing of the finger because like you said, we are all in this as one. And like it's like that lifestyle that you're not trying to like impose onto someone. And I do realize, you know, the system that we live in. And so we have a environmental racism is a thing, you know, so these are things that are already in place that we have to be aware of, but we still have to, you know, be resilient and we still have to figure out our own ways of countering that, but bring the joy to it, you know,
That's
like
right.
that's
That's right. I love
that's
the
it.
tassels. I love the
Hello.
tassels.
Hello.
Yes. Because even with this, there's a gut feeling there, right? So there are some
Yeah.
people where they'll hear this and that will tug at their gut, and then there's some people who gonna turn to something else, you know, because it doesn't connect with them. And that's
Yeah.
fine because we're only trying to connect with the people. It just takes the few that are supposed to do it. Everybody has a very specific calling and purpose, right? And so all it takes is those people who are supposed to be innovating in this way to contribute, you know, because there's
We
nothing wrong
welcome
with
it all. We welcome it all. You know, you want to watch, you just keep on watching, you know.
yeah. There's nothing wrong with new stuff and like, you know, getting brand new this, that, and the third, but there's also nothing wrong with reusing, you know, or, you know, re-wearing or to share or like, you
Or
know,
upcycle,
swap.
you know, and so that's how the swap works. You bring and you take. So you bring 5
Mhm.
items, you donate 5 items, and you're able to take 5 items. It's
Mhm.
real simple. It's basically like you said, like when we have so much excess. So after the excess, what do we do with it? And if we can share it amongst each other and then upcycle it, like you're gonna wear it differently, you can add something to it.
Mhm.
where we have workshops where you'll be able to, like, actually sew different things on and learn more about the fabrics that you're using and how to like keep them. Cause I think that's another thing.
Yeah,
We're unaware of how to keep our clothes looking good. But if you're buying, the fast fashion things, it's not going to wear. And it's not going to maintain its quality because it's not, what I mean? So like just
I
learning
know
things.
exactly what you mean. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but I'm a chef. And so, um, I'm huge and my family, we're in wellness and all that. And so, I'm huge on food waste reduction.
Mhm.
And when I tell you last week, I didn't have a trash bag to put in my trash can for trash day. And so I had both my recycling bins were full. So when I brought my recycling bin out, I was gonna take the trash bin out and I opened it and I was like, it's nothing in here. So I'm becoming really effective at this lifestyle for myself. So it'll help me to teach and share with others what you can do with what you think might be scraps. Like, for example, what you're sharing about the fabrics, what you can do to hold on to these fabrics longer or to redesign them, repurpose them into something else. Like just minimizing waste. The Bible says, if you're faithful over few things, I will make you ruler over many. And so I just really been I'm not trying, I've really been designing my life effectively at becoming faithful over few things. I don't care how few, small, whatever it is, and not with the intention to be ruler over many, but to just be really good at working what I have, and where I'm at, So I feel like if a lot of people who again in their body it connects with could identify with that part of themselves as a lifestyle, it would have a byproduct of helping the
Mhm.
earth to be better.
That's so true. And that's why the first earth is yourself,
Amen. From the dirt or the rib in our
the
case.
soil. So what I've learned
Yes.
is we're from the soil, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The soil and the rib.
Yeah.
Speaking of, what are your thoughts about monogamy? Like I know in these
Are we
days,
taking it there?
I mean, I just woman to woman, I have a lot of male guests and we talk relationships, we talk marriage, we get down. So I'm like, now that you're here, sis, let me just ask you because on social media I see a lot of things that let me make very clear I am not with. You know what I'm saying? I believe in one and monogamous relationships. I don't think that there's anything wrong with polygamy. There was a time where I considered that and had more of an open mind, but God visited me personally. I think what each person needs in their life is different. My cousin said it best, what floats my boat might sink yours. So, but God visited me about that and let me know that is not what I have for you. You know what I'm saying? And so, what are your thoughts about it? Like, what is in your path? What do you think God has for you in that regard?
That is so funny. I'm actually just I it's just
Will
so
I ask
funny
the right
after this
question? She's
because
good.
this is new to me. I guess am exiting a poly relationship because I
Mhm.
thought this isn't for me.
Yeah, God will let you know.
Well, yeah, and it's just boundaries. It's just different
Exactly.
boundaries, and you learn that, So
Yeah.
I'm learning
That's why I'm
that
like, there's nothing wrong with it. It just is not, sounds like it's
no.
not for us.
Well, I'm not gonna say it's not for me. This
Okay.
situation, I'm gonna
Okay,
say
got
this
you.
situation, and
Okay.
honestly, so how I feel about let's just start. You didn't even bring it about me. I'm gonna just answer the overall question about
Okay.
polygamy, in general. If I feel that if you have clear communication, clear community understanding, um, lots of trust and patience, I think it can work with all parties involved. Without, that basis, I'm not sure, it's like, is it healthy, or is that thin line between healthy and not?
Mhm.
um so yeah, it's all on, like you said, what works for you. For
That's
me,
right.
I'm learning that it's not giving.
It's
Well, it's just this situation that I'm not with. And I think, it also comes with yeah, it's just like a lot of talking, a lot of communicating. And I think, well, I know for myself, communication has to come from one, like not one person. Um,
The group.
there's just, I don't know if I have the bandwidth to take in a lot of communications from a lot of people intimately. And I think
Are you
that's
an
really,
empath? Is that why? Like you had a
yes,
hard time? Hmm.
I mean, I believe so, but intimately, that's a whole nother thing, it's and and I know guys out here who are, doing their thing and not telling the other person. So
Yeah, I don't like that.
I appreciate the open communication where
Me
it's like,
too.
I tell you, what
Exactly.
it is. But I think
The
they just
choice, right? Thank you
the
for the
choice.
choice.
They have the choice. But
Thank you for
yes,
the choice.
yes, yes. And I think to each person, I guess for me, it hasn't. This was my first, and I'm like, nah, okay.
Yeah. I have a friend who sort of made a lifestyle of that, right?
Mm.
And she recently came to me and was like, yeah, nah, that's not what I want, and it's not what I believe God has for me. And I mean, she has been toggling in and out of that sort of a relationship dynamic for like over a decade. And so it's been, just like in monogamy, you might have multiple relationships because like
Right,
that one didn't work. You go to the next one.
right.
She's had like multiple like polygamous relationships.
Mhm.
And she's like, no, like I deserve, something more focused on
Yeah.
her and her needs and things like that. And I was just happy to hear her say that because just like we're sharing, whatever floats your boat, that's cool. But where's that coming from? Because my
Mhm.
concern is for our sisters to know that you are enough, you are worthy. If you're making this choice because you think you have no other choice, that's where I want to sit down with you. But
Wow.
if you're
Yeah.
making this choice because that's just it's
That's
in
your
your
choice.
vibration and that's
That's
cool,
your
then
choice.
whatever, sister, I'm happy for you. Invite me to y'all three wedding, whatever it's gonna be like, I will support you. But if you think there is no other choice, and that this is what I want to address here. So as long as it's coming from a space of love, I think everything we do should come from a space of love and passion and purity, authenticity and honesty, integrity, then do it. But if it's something there that is dark, meaning like it's fear or it's insecurity or something dark, you know what I mean? Then you might want to look a little deeper, sis, and find out if this is really for you or something you're hiding under instead of addressing a part of yourself that needs to be explored, you know?
You heard it first.
Because I went through my self-discovery by kind of like living in a space where I was accepting of this,
Mm.
and I wasn't just like a little bit accepting, I was excited about it, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah,
look
yeah. I mean, we change. Like we have different emotions. You can change your mind. You can change into what you want. You know what I
ain't
mean?
nothing wrong with that. I've been through many of phases as I evolve, and each of them I'm proud of myself. And it was never like I was ashamed of me at any point of who I ever was. But I outgrew even myself, at different times because we evolve, or we all should be. So even when I was in that moment of entertaining this lifestyle, let's call it that, right? I was entertaining this lifestyle. And I was happy to do it, and I didn't have any issues or anything like that. It was coming from the influence of the men around me. Okay. So let's talk about that. So a lot of male friends. And I have a brother who has a bunch of male friends. And they're all my brothers and all very protective of me, right? And I've known them since they were in second grade. These men are over 30. Okay. So I'm like looking at a lot of these things that are happening with them, and some married, some not married, and I'm just like, and it got to a space where I can acknowledge now, but I wasn't aware of then, that I thought, okay, in order to have like this caliber of man, this kind of a situation, I need to be accepting of this. So I started, like just believing that this is how that is. And through, like I said, God came and let me know, like, nah, that ain't it. These are just your brothers and sisters going through their own phases of self-discovery and things themselves. And I realized and got real with myself, that's not what you actually wanted. That's what you were almost willing to accept. You know what I mean? So again, if it comes from a space of that's what somebody wants and they're happy doing that and everybody's honest, like you said, do it, but if it's something else, address that. Don't run from it.
And I feel like sometimes we're not even aware of what it is that until we take that time. So I hope that people have the space to take that time for themselves to figure out what it is that they want for,
Wow.
because it's needed, it's necessary. We can't always process as we're on the go, as we're moving, as we're doing the next thing and thinking about what's next. So just trying to remind people, and that's kind of where our events start too. Like we do wellness swaps, where we have different practitioners there. We're outside with grounding. Then we have our art brew swaps where we have artwork. And we do the like basically live paintings and things like that. And then we have the the book and vinyl swaps. I'm sorry, y'all. We at my friend's shop.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. And she's open for business too. So I'm just here, okay?
That's awesome. Congratulations
Yes.
to her for sure.
Yes, y'all gotta come through. We need to do a swap here.
You should. And invite me. Hi, congratulations.
Thank you. How are you?
Very cute space. Very cute space from what I've seen.
Thank you. It's something for everybody.
Yes.
I can tell.
She said, I can tell. Yes.
Yeah, from what I've seen, yes.
And then we do the book and vinyl swaps. So and that's like basically we just do artwork also at that one. We usually partner with people who do like their own crafts, artisans. Is that what it is? They're like craft artisans.
Mm-hmm.
And we swap books, vinyl, and we also sell vinyl. And then we have another swap. I forget the other one, but we're basically like focusing on those this year moving forward. And I told you about the youth initiative program. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. And that sounds very purposeful because it starts with them, to be honest with you. I forget, it's maybe like 35 where it begins to be hard or challenging for people to change certain character traits or habits. They're like stuck in their ways at 35. So understanding this and knowing this, I personally made a habit of always evolving and becoming my best self and investing in myself and personal development, because I thought, how else do you duck that unless you teach yourself to constantly
something
be
new
recreating, reinventing yourself? Yeah, exactly. So, but
I would say it like for us, it's harder to start things, but once we start, it's then it becomes a habit. Yeah, I do feel that way because even when I talk to my parents, I'm like, well,
this is what I'm thinking.
Like, and it's just that one start. But once they start, once they get it, it's just a difficult thing. But I also feel like that's where it's the people come in. That's where you get the inspiration from your grandkids, inspiration from family members. So if you have people around you that are doing doing things outside, taking walks, out, or even with swaps, and that's what we talking about youth. I'm sorry, I be going all over the place.
It's okay. It's just two friends talking.
You funny. You right. You did.
It is.
With the youth, I feel like they have to see things. So if they see the older, the adult swapping, they be like, oh, my mother, she got that and that was fly and she got that from the swap, thinking things like seeing things like that. It can translate into that's something that I've done, and that's something that we do as a community, and it's not looked down upon like, oh, you wearing somebody else's stuff,
Exactly. That's what I meant about the class thing and the mindset shift on how everybody's looking at things, period. And even to myself, it took me a while to get here. I'll never forget, my daughter was little, like a newborn. There were people who care about us and just wanted to contribute, but it was like used
items. Of clothes,
like used items. Yeah. And I came from a family where that's offensive to us, right? Because the language that translated to for us is that I don't care enough to have went out and personally considered your child to get something, which it was not the same language they were intending, but we were speaking two different languages in this regard. So over time, I just came to recognize what love looks like, no matter what fashion it comes in, what consideration looks like, no matter what fashion it comes in, what thoughtfulness, what kindness, what, compassion looks like, no matter what form. So, that's why I like just am so open-hearted and like pure now, because I wasn't always like that. And I had to go inside and figure out what influences created that, where it was authentic to me as a person from child versus where environment and social conditions taught me that. So it's really great that you guys are correcting that or giving a choice to that shift early in the youth.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I definitely feel like the youth are, that's the future. We've already sort of, created our stamp in this. And so now it's something to pass on, and at least to like have the conversation to pass on, and have the events and creative events, recycling, all that.
Exactly. I love it.
Just like creative chats. Okay.
That's right. I saw
Go.
it. And I had this vision. I ain't gonna lie to you, when you said it, I saw myself at the swap, like on the move with creative chats, like with a mic and had the logo, and like I was just there. And I was like, I don't know why that came to me so quick.
Please come. We gotta talk about so Earth Day. Earth Day is April 22nd. We're doing a swap at the Well DC, which is an outdoor farm on the south side. And I would love for you to set up, come through.
Yes.
Like, so, let's definitely.
I mean, God gives visions, and I don't know why I saw that, but I saw it, girlfriend. As soon as you said it, I was like, woo. I had a That's So Raven moment.
Yes. And it's all, it's all ages. So it's like, we will like your daughter there. You know what I mean?
She would love it. For sure. I have another friend I have to meet you to, introduce you to. I love you both to meet. She's doing wellness and beauty products. She's actually my hair makeup sponsor for pageantry. And she's very natural, holistic, and conscious. She aligned with us, basically. Sis could have these conversations and inspire thoughts that we're going to ping pong off of each other and go in different directions as well. But she's got these health drinks, because I heard you say wellness swaps, that she's been creating and has in a couple of stores. So it'd be cool to introduce you guys together and just see.
Yes, please. Yes, please. That would be awesome. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, you'll love her energy also. And then maybe we can all link up on Earth Day and stuff. That would be great.
Yes.
She's sovereign. You know what I mean by that?
Yes.
She's sovereign. So this is the level on which she's vibrating.
Yes. My friend's like, yeah.
Yeah, there aren't too many. You're not gonna just walk outside.
No, it's not. Well, it's not too many that still come out.
Yeah, that's why I can just walk outside and meet one.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's so interesting. Okay, yeah. And
she's coming on the show to talk about the process and just everything else. I'm so excited for that too.
I can't wait to watch. Okay.
Yes, I'll make sure to send you the details. But everything you're doing right now with the youth and all that is really inspiring me, because I've been sitting on some things, not on purpose, just, having that gut feeling and alignment with timing for my contribution and influences with the youth as well. So I'm inspired by you and what you're sharing, because I don't think I knew before this moment that you had a youth initiative.
Yeah, that's new. That's something that we just are launching now. So actually, you're the kind of the first to know.
What exclusive! Yeah. I love it. Thank you. So y'all heard it here first, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
We're on the inside in DC. We're the no. That's right. With the 2 snaps and a Z.
Hello. That's it.
I can't with your hat though. I just keep picturing it on my head.
Not on your head. We got so many more though. Sis, we got the hats. Okay, we got the hats. Hats. Right?
When I met you, you had a fly hat on.
I had the brown hat on.
Yeah, it was lit. Look at all this hats. I love it. The personality. Yes, that one is hot.
Yes. Okay. You can see this on your head too, honey.
This one is actually giving something with your whole look already.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we'll leave it on for the rest of the interview.
It's giving. But every time you went like this with the tassels, I was like, I need that.
I'm a tassel honey.
That's why I called you about this one.
I'm a tassel honey. Yeah, no, I'm definitely that's.
But this one is giving with your eyeshadow. It's giving with the eyeshadow and the earrings for me. That's what's giving.
With the hat. Okay, thank you. I like the whole, I can't wait to see it.
It is the whole look.
But yeah, I like this. It was giving because, like I said, I'm a tassel.
you.
Yeah, that is me. That says my name all on it. Okay.
Yes, and you
People
were
watch
serving
me that hat. They're
it
like,
too.
oh, there she go.
You were serving it.
That's it. But I do like this. This is giving too. Where do you get these hats? Oh my, yeah, I have to come for this is. Oh my goodness, this may be going on with me too, though.
It looks
If
really
I
good
to the
on
face
you.
with this, can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm getting everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, no, this looks really good on you. She knew what she was doing when she put that on your head. She did.
The manifesting beauty, okay.
Yeah, crown.
Dress to manifest is always dressing and manifesting, okay.
What's the address? Where y'all at right now?
What's the address?
1231 Good Hope Road, Southeast DC, Anacostia Art Center.
1231 Good Hope Road, Southeast, Anacostia Art Center. Come through. As soon as you come through the doors, you go through 1, 2, 3 on the left. We here.
Fantastic. What's the name of it again?
This is called Vintage and Charmed.
Love it. Vintage and Charm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that.
And a curation by the Manifesting Beauty. Just
you are giving Black Panther wife. You're giving Black Queen of Panthers.
It's so cute.
Yes.
But
Okay,
this one earring. Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
But yeah,
It's
y'all
a nice
definitely have to come
switch
through.
up.
They got having a shoe sale right now.
Okay.
And then they're gonna
Fill
a bag also. And grand opening is the March 10th, which is tomorrow.
That's soft launch.
Oh, soft launch. That's exclusive too.
It is exclusive.
That's exclusive too. So come the fuck through. And then every Friday we will be doing
Fashion Fridays.
Fashion Fridays.
That
That's
sounds lit.
time.
What does that mean? What is Fashion Friday?
Every Friday.
I'm running a fashion show every Friday at 6 p.m.
Every Friday, 6 p.m. So
Oh,
if you want to come through and dress.
Yes, I'm gonna come with my crown, my sash. She's gonna appear.
No, you need to, because it's for the fly girls who want to come and get dressed.
Oh, this is one they want to come get dressed. That's one.
The whole point is for the fly girls to come and fly through real quick. 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's gonna be champagne.
Love it.
It's a moment.
Bro, this is what I need in my life. So glad.
Come through.
It's gonna be really fun.
Come through.
Yes, I will be there regularly.
Yes. Yes.
Get my energy.
Yes. No, this is the fly girl.
Come in and out, like double dutch. Yes. Refresh. She said sipping too, right?
Refresh. Yes, a little sipping. Yes. That's it. That's it.
Oh, this is going very well. I just see nothing but prosperity for you both, because it's all coming from such a positive space. You know, your heart of what you want to do and contribute for the earth, for the youth, her for boosting the confidence of women, and just even for a blink of a moment, just coming in there, remembering who you are, no matter what you put on, no matter where it comes from. Love it.
I was like, yes, I'm excited to have you. Come on.
Yay. What's your name? Don't go away. What's your name?
Don't go away.
My name is Janelle.
Yes, introduce yourself.
I'm Janae. So that's easy to remember.
Okay, hey Jay.
Yes.
But everybody calls me the Manifesting Beauty.
Wow.
And my business is called Dress to Manifest.
Wow, I love it. I love vintage and charm and dress to manifest.
That's because, listen, clothes have energy, especially. Yeah, and like fast fashion energy, we don't like that energy.
Yeah.
That energy is killing us, you know, like killing our community. So you can be fly and be conscious, you know what I'm saying, and aware. So we got some fabulous things in here for the queen.
Yeah.
for the fly girls, we got some this is for the fly girls.
Yeah.
Dress to manifest is for the fly girls. If you're not fly, don't come over here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they come to get fly. Sometimes you
know.
Okay,
like you said, let me say. So yes, that's part of the business of styling, right? But I'm saying the fly girls don't even have nowhere to shop here.
I know what you mean.
They need a place to shop.
Yeah, it don't gotta be online.
Yeah, other stylists need a place to come and pull some looks together for clients. You know, you need a place just to get some special pieces. I'm not talking about your basics or anything like that, because I understand.
I'm gonna have to bring my stylist there.
Yes, that's my point. Like, I'm trying to provide a space for all these, like, wait, what is this? I'm trying to provide a space for all the women who want to be fly. And when I say fly girls, I'm talking about dress in alignment. Like, are you in alignment with your purpose? That's exactly what the manifest is about, is aligning women's wardrobes with what their God-given purpose is. Like, people should see you and know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're visual creatures.
Yes.
So you can be, and so the more intentional you are about what you put on your body, the more intentional you are about your whole journey and what you're manifesting, because we create our realities. Like, we're powerful beings. We create our realities. And so that's what Dress and Manifest is about. So when I say fly girls, I just want to be like the girls who are operating in their purpose. Yeah. Like the girls who be like, I'm gonna wear this and I don't care if you like it.
Yes.
I love it. And I feel beautiful, so I'm flying through here.
Yeah. Look, that was me at the Gatsby showcase, the Gatsby fashion show. That was me that day. And look, I heard about it too. They was like, first of all, you look good, but second of all, you ain't had to do that. So I wore like this onesie, right? I was fresh out of breakup, I can be honest, and I wanted to be like, you stupid. So I put on the outfit that was like, you stupid. And so it was like, had some shoulders on it, but it was like a satin onesie, and it was like kind of thongish in the back. It was thongish in the back, okay? Yeah. And then we had a I know, right? You know me a little bit, so you're like, you wore that? Yes, it is. And so it had like, I put a skirt on it that was a see-through, like a tulle skirt or whatever. But in my defense, for the people that came from me, like, come on, that was different for you. In my defense, I was at a fashion shoot that day. They dressed me in that and gifted me the outfit. And I was like, you know what? Yes, I will wear this to the event.
Yes, I will wear this.
So, because first of all, it was a whole professional everything. I was at my photo shoot. They dressed me in that. My manager was there. And I was like, you approve? He was like, show up like that. It's so boom. So whoever didn't like it, So yeah, you the fly girl. We'll put it on and not care. I'm trying to tell you.
I know that's right. I want to see those pictures.
Listen, I
had a reel on Facebook and Instagram, but I took it down because I didn't want to hurt him too bad. When I started thinking later, I was like, he's gonna be sick. Like, let me take this down. So I took it down. But I'll send it to you because I still got the video. I'll just send you the link.
Send it my way. Okay.
I will. It was cute. It was classy. It won't my spirit. So it was very fashionable.
I know your spirit, but I also know your body. Okay.
Yeah, that part.
Let me see. Let me see.
I was like, you stupid. Look, she morphed. I had this whole other look. I was like, this is what you're not gonna touch.
Hello.
That's not gonna touch.
Can't touch this.
Yeah, and that was good. I felt good about me again, and I grabbed my power back. So I understand everything that she was saying. It's very important that us as women, we hold on to our power, because a lot of us can give that away to the many roles and hats we have to wear in life and in family. So, however you get it back, whether it's through fashion or work, service, whatever.
Yes, yeah. It got it, but it has to, whatever it is, I hope that it refreshes you. It brings you some sort of joy, because if not, it's going to be draining after a while. And I'm learning with my swaps, like with swapping, with DJing, giving the energy, and it's like, what am I getting back? What does that exchange look like for me and the people around me, and how can I better serve my community?
Exactly. So, I feel like
like to be in friendship, like if I'm not able to fill my cup when I come around you, I'm gonna be draining. Like, I'm gonna always be trying to take, you know what I mean? So,
and that's okay too, right? Like that balance.
For some relationships, I think, yes, it is okay. I think if you have that for that relationship, yes, it's okay. But I think you should know who was that, who's that person.
Oh yeah. My dad calls
and that's what sustainability. That's what sustainability for you and that person, or those people.
Okay. My dad calls them energy thieves. So he's like, watch out for time. No, he said, watch out for time thieves and energy vampires. That's what he said. And that's a real thing, especially the energy vampire part is if you're a person who's an empath, or like us, like with these pure hearts to give and to serve. A lot of times, like you said, you were so used to pouring that cup, you got to know where you can go to get filled, and or how to fill yourself and things like that. So yeah, I do know those things for myself, like where to go and how to do that, because you know it's a constant for us to keep having to do that. If that's in your nature and that's how you operate, you're gonna get drained, and that's okay. Drain doesn't mean bad, just like you said, know where to replenish and how. So
yeah, and taking that time out to, once you learn whatever that is, to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
The other day I was like, self-care is truly quiet, because when you're doing the work, no one's going to be able to give, no one's giving you a round of applause. No one, that's not what it's about.
And you shouldn't need that either.
Well, but some people feel, I'm just saying that's why it's quiet,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm learning to not give my power away though in relationships, because like, to have to make a move that drastic. I mean, it wasn't that drastic, they dressed me in it, but like the space it came from, I guess is what I'm saying, right? The energetic space that it came from to make that choice.
Yeah.
I just got to get better at not giving my power away in the relationship. But some men, especially like alpha males, that have power, etc., they have a tendency to, what is the word I want to say? Like, when, how do you call it? When like the back in the day, the cowboys would be like out trying to catch a wild horse or something like that, and they're like really trying to catch it, like they're like hunting it, and they're like got the little lasso, whatever that process is called. Like when
I don't know.
It's a word for it. I don't know that right now, but whatever that process is called, when like alpha men do that with like divine feminines, when they do that with like alpha women who are more than alpha women, the conscious, they're also nurturing, like they figured it out, they have that balance. There's a part of them that is tempted to break her. You know what I mean? There's a part of them that is tempted to break her. And yeah, and that is an interesting dynamic that I relate to our military, right? So like how they will take these people that they know are here to serve, that came here with the intention to do this beautiful thing, and they'll break you down so that they could build you up. I found that it's a very similar process with some of those relationships. So again, I'm just getting better at holding on to my power and not submitting. You could be submissive without submitting like all of that, so.
Okay, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I can share this. Another healing modality is full body healing, which is somatic healing. So that requires like you getting into your body in a different way. So I offer these classes called Zsameria, that's XSA, where we basically do movement to align our chakras, but also to awaken the Kundalini energy to get grounded while we are building our core and freeing our mind and our bodies in different ways. So we do a lot of stretching, a lot of motion, and sometimes we do some twerking, and we just, throw that ass in circles. Like, okay.
How about a trapezoid? Throw it in an octagon.
Throw it in an O. Okay, I call it an O. Okay.
Don't mind me. But that sounds meaningful. I can't help but think about the people who haven't understood that God is in everything and God has created everything, that might call a lot of our like ancestral practices and knowledges, witchcraft, or like say that because I know that when I first came into my knowing, I went through that. Like a lot of people just kind of like, just attacking in that way. It didn't bother me because I know who I am and whose I am, but I was kind of like nauseated by the ignorance of it, if you will.
I do definitely understand that, because I feel like when people are unfamiliar with things, they tend to put their own distaste on it, and it's like, well, did you really like open your mind to actually learn it? And some people are just like, no, that sort of thing. So I mean, I respect whatever you decide to do, but I know for me that my ancestors were of the land, so I'm sure they had to do things like hug a tree, you know what I mean? But in different, it doesn't necessarily look like that, but it just looks like stored in the what serves you naturally. And for some people that looks like hoodoo, voodoo, whatever, but I think it's just connecting to yourself and to what feels true to you. Not everything is in a book, because a lot of things did not survive, but you innately feel it,
Yeah, it's about intention, right? So it's like, where's your
and
heart
connectivity
when you're doing it? Exactly. And
Yeah.
a lot of people, I done met some Christians who try to pray curses onto people. Okay, so it's like, you talking about witchcraft, that's what you're doing right now, so
Hello.
yeah, it's just a lot of things to unwrap with that. But thank you so much for sharing, Zsameria. So if somebody were interested in any of your services, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you.
So you can find me on Instagram. I do have a website. It is Vitamin Z, and
that's a cool name.
Thank you. Well, it's more of my branch because, like, I just told y'all, like, I do a little bit, different things, and so being a community activist, but also environmental liaison for different things, and then the DJ, and then all these things. So I was like, what am I gonna put it under? And Vitamin Z just was like, I like that. So that's my website. And on Instagram, it's Zsameria, which is Xsameria. And then Facebook, barely on there though, but you can find me there. But you can find Swap DC on all platforms. SWAP DC. And that's on .com, that's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's Twitter, all that.
Lit. I absolutely love those earrings too.
Thank you.
So
We
much
sell
for
them.
coming.
You can purchase these too. Yes.
On your site? On Vitamin Z?
Yeah. That you can do on Swap DC. Yes, you can purchase it. And
do they come in other colors?
They do. And but at the events you get exclusive colors. So that's what
sounds like there might be some patterns there.
Oh yeah.
Love it. I just want to say thank you so much for coming and shining your bright light and letting us in on so many of the exclusive things you and your friends have going on, and that you were inspired by our creative chat.
Thank you.